Good morning, my dear students, Middle 3. Today, inshallah, we are going to study the poetry, which is Blow, Blow. You'll find it in your booklet, page 69. Okay, in this poem, we have two stanzas. Today, inshallah, we are going to explain the first stanza only. So, let's start. What's the main idea of this poem? The main idea is the poem reveals the feeling of the banished duke. Banished means abandoned, okay? His brother abandoned him and all his attendants towards evil and wickedness. This is the main idea about revealing the feelings, okay? Let's read first the occasion of the poem. This poem is a song sang by Amiens, who is one of the banished duke's attendants. Okay? This duke was driven out of his kingdom, forced to leave his kingdom by his wicked brother. So, who drove him out? His wicked brother. Then he was joined by Orlando, who was also forced to leave his home to be safe from his wicked brother. So, they were both in this place together. Okay? Let's read the first stanza. Blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind. As man's ingratitude, thy tooth is not so keen, because thou art not seen. Although thy breath be rude, hey ho, sing hey ho unto the green holly. Most friendship is failing, most loving more folly. Then hi ho, the holy, this life is most jolly. We are going to divide this stanza into, we're going to number these lines. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, in order to understand the paraphrase. So now, I'm going to explain 1, 2, and 3, line 1, 2, and 3. In line 1, 2, and 3, blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou here means you. It's written in the Old English, okay, which we called it diction. Though you art. Art here is are, not so unkind. So let's move to the paraphrase for explaining lines 1, 2, and 3. Here the poet asks the wind to blow hard. He wants the wind to be very cold and strong, okay? And says that no matter how cold the wind is, it would be kinder than the ungrateful friends, which we find it here. Blow, winter wind, you are not so unkind, okay, as man's ingratitude. So stop here till number, for the lines, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's move to lines 4, 5, and 6. Thy tooth is not so keen. Keen here means sharp, because thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. These lines 4, 5, and 6, we find the explanation here. He also adds that this rough wind cannot hurt as much as mankind's rudeness. Okay? So the wind is much more better than mankind. Now, lines 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hey ho, sing hey ho unto the green holly. Here, he ends this stanza by mentioning the fact that most friendship is false and most love is foolish. Okay, we can see the words here. Most love, mere folly. Folly here means here stupidity. Okay, this life is most jolly. So jolly here means laughter, happiness. Okay, good deeds or good things. So again, lines 7, 8, 9, and 10. He ends by mentioning the fact. What is the fact here? That most friendship is false and most love is foolish. Now, let's move to the figures of speech. Okay. In number one, of course, we can see that diction is used here. What is diction? Is the use of the Old English in this poem by using the words like thou, which means you, thy means your. Okay, so number one we have diction. Number two, thou art not so unkind. Okay, here the poet is talking to the wind. Okay, and talking to the wind as a person. So this is called a personification, changing something or a thing into a person. We call it personification. The poet here likens the wind to a person who is unkind. Okay? Number three, again, we have the word as. Okay, when we see as or like, of course, it's a simile. Okay? The poet compares between the wind and the man. Man's ingratitude is worse than the wind. Okay? The word as or like are simile. Number four, thy tooth is not so keen. He's talking here to the wind and telling it that your tooth, okay, does the wind have tooth? Of course not. So it's a personification. We changed, or the poet changed the word or likens the wind into a person having teeth. And number four, the rhyme scheme here, you're not asked to study this, okay? Just study 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the figures of speech. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're going to start the second stanza and explain the paraphrase and the figures of speech. So, see you tomorrow, inshallah. Study well and good luck.